Yeah,
We're back, members. Hi, how are you
we
guys
really
doing?
never
So
left.
you know what? It's cool. Magic number 11. 11 members. Look at
Yeah.
us go. Um, this is going to be a really cool place. We promise it is. We're continuing to focus on everything that we're really trying to bring because we know that this is a huge thing we want to bring into this world.
Mhm.
So,
We're going to talk about how.
well, we got to talk about the how from where we were just talking
Yeah.
about. So the how part of what you do when you're going through that, you know, the mind dominated space. Well,
Mhm.
why not just ask the other person to listen to the shit that's in your mind? I mean, if you say, listen to the shit that's in my mind, or listen to the shit I'm thinking about, it less likely makes the other person be on guard. And you take away what your mind is trying to tell you about that other person if
Right.
it's about them.
Hmm.
But we tend to not do that because we think that is going to end up being some kind of other fiasco. When you're telling yourself what the outcome's going to be, you're already dictating, you're already going to get that outcome because you're thinking about it so much. What's the point of that? You want to go in to either get hurt or be hurt by another person. You'll keep thinking that the other person's going to hurt you, and you don't tell that person that. That's hurting you anyway. You don't see how you'd hurt yourself before you even get to the point to where it comes out of you to another person. How how can you have connection if you're not doing it? If you're not opening up? So it's the how is you got to look for what you're telling yourself is the reason you can't. If you find a reason on the inside that says they're not going to, you're telling yourself how another person's going to be. You're already in the wrong. You're already not in the right. And you when you have to back that up and try to make yourself right, then you get what exactly you set up for in the first place. So why not just be open and tell the truth, right? To tell the truth, you have to ask yourself, do I believe that I love my own truth? And do I believe somebody else can love my own truth? That's a tough question, right? Because most of the time you don't even ask yourself if you love your own truth.
Mike, you probably can't hear it, but he is, I don't know, I don't know what he wants. He wants some, like, he's knocking stuff off everything with his tail. He's just being annoying. Um, when you don't, let's talk about that for a second. When you don't immediately address it, right? Do you feel? I mean, I feel. I don't feel I know because I do it. My mind can my mind can make up a story or just plant a seed of a story and then go investigating to try to find that my mind is telling me the truth.
Do I? What's the question?
Um, does that ever happen to you? Come on, Mike, honey.
Mike, enough, buddy. Go lay down. Go
Everything's
on.
fine.
Go on. We'll feed you soon.
Yeah, it's
You
not
can
time
go.
to eat. Go.
Go.
That was so annoying. Lay down.
Yeah. Jesus, he's so loud.
Just lay down. Everything's fine.
Um, does that happen to me
Lay down.
where I'll think about what again?
So if your mind will plant a seed or something, right? Or if your mind says, wait a minute, that's not right. That doesn't sound right, or that's not computing or whatever, right? Um, will you try to go investigate to try to either prove your mind wrong or right?
If my mind's doing it and it's not something I can physically see in the present, I try not to give it any energy because I don't have any proof.
Right.
So if my mind is trying to convince me of something
So
that I'll
no.
need to go investigate, it's
Yeah.
usually a wild goose chase, and then I'm coming at it completely wrong. So I stopped doing that. I was doing it, but I stopped doing it because I
Yeah.
realized that that was for me to be able to be completely in my feelings. I can't be in what my head's trying to convince me happened either last week or the week before, or it even wants to pull something out and said, well, you know, an example, and this is just a random example. Sherry did this, so you know she's going to do it again. And when my head does that, I'm like, you don't know that. And my mind's like, well, I don't. It's like, so it doesn't really have a fight. If you don't fight your mind in that way, most of the time your mind is going to dictate what your relationship or your connection is going to look like. You just don't see that it's doing that
Mhm.
because you're not connected to yourself. So if I stay connected to myself, that rarely happens. There's not a need for me to pull up something because if I've forgiven everything, I truly have forgiven everything. But the one main ingredient you have to do before you can forgive everything is you have to forgive yourself. Because you're not going to forgive somebody else if you haven't forgiven you. Don't tell yourself you don't tell yourself that that's possible because it is impossible. I know I've tried and it does not work. And I've tried a lot of different ways and it does not work. So you got to look for what forgiveness is to you, then look and see if you're giving it to yourself. Because you can't give it to somebody else if you haven't given it to you. You won't know what it feels like. So I don't find myself in that space very often
Mhm.
where I want to plan out, or if you tell me to do something and I can't remember what it is, I fear coming to tell you. My mind starts to come up with all the ways that you're going to be pissed off because I forgot. And usually you hit me with something and then all of that energy hits me anyway. And then I can hear myself on the inside going, I was right. So it's like, as long as you have that little hint of something still in you, you're going to still have that fight. But you could always surrender when you know that that's happening inside of you. If you just surrender and then say, okay, wait a minute, is this the truth right now? Is this really happening right now? If my mind is if my mind is telling me it's not something that's happening right now, because I'd feel it, right? You would feel it. You would feel it immediately if it was happening right now. If your mind makes it up, you now have to ask yourself if you're going to investigate time or you're going to investigate connection, which is presence. So to be connected fully to what I feel would be present. If I go into my mind, I've abandoned my feelings. So why wouldn't you? I give you complete permission to abandon my feelings if I'm in my head, because that's what I'm doing. That's what being in your head gives you. So I guess it really depends on how you let yourself feel what I'm saying. It's not it's not about being right or wrong. It's just about the facts that you have on the inside of you that says your thinking has become more important than your feelings. So don't be mad when somebody makes your thinking more important than your feelings, because that's the kind of relationship you're meant for, because that's what you're doing to you. I think that's simple enough, isn't it?
I think so.
I don't know how simple it was. It could be simple.
Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah. And we did get nobody sent any emails about what they wanted. No, I don't think I saw any. And if you send them, I guess say something, or at least,
There's a lot of changes coming here.
yeah.
Yeah, so just just be still for a minute and there's a lot of things happening on our end. So we're coming in hot this year.
There'll be exclusive member content that,
We're coming in hot.
yeah. And some of the
You're gonna
some of the
notice a lot of
content
our
that's been there,
videos
there's going to only be
missing.
for members, right? They're going to
Right.
be showing up in members only.
Yeah.
So even if you continue or if you don't continue after this, some of those videos that have the stuff in them, we're going to be taking those and making them members only.
Yeah.
And then there's a few other things coming. So it's gonna be so cool. We're really, 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 really ready for this retreat, guys.
These retreats are gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
We got our first one booked and we're excited. So let's we'll talk more about it.
Yeah,
Talk more about it.
it's coming. Members though, we are doing soul chats on Tuesday nights at 7.
Tuesday nights at 7.
Tuesday nights at 7. We're going to be recording them. They will not be live broadcast. We're going to record them. And we'll probably do I think what we're thinking about doing is doing a few minutes that will be shown to the public, but the rest of it will be members.
Yeah.
So the soul chat will also be a part of the members
Yep.
thing as well, at least the full versions of them.
Come on, Mike.
And we'll probably be taking some of the other ones down and putting those full versions in here as well. So yeah, some big changes coming. The
Big changes
connection
coming.
connection does that. He's back. Dude, there's water upstairs. Why don't you go get it?
What is the problem, dude?
Why are you breathing like that?
What is wrong? It sounds like a nursing home around here. I'm here to tell you. First of all,
He's
in the mornings when Lee and I are getting out of bed, it just sounds like the halls of a nursing home. Ugh,
or
ugh.
the beginning of Lion King. It depends on which day it is.
That's what that sounds for. Oh, crack, creak.
And that's just Mike clearing his throat. That's not even.
Oh, he sounds like an old
That's not
man.
even Jim at the side.
He
of the
sounds
bed
like an old
bitching.
man.
Like, get up, feed me.
Yeah.
I need, and and we got a doggy door, so the dogs can go in
They
and
can
out.
go in and out whenever they want.
They don't
They
have
don't have to
to.
wait on us.
Yeah. So our everyday life is beautiful. And we're really excited. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
It's settling.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
settling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will probably see you guys soon.
Probably will. We'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.